evening and welcome to the Albany County Hockey Facility here in Loudonville, New York, where the Siena College Saints are set to take on the visiting William Paterson University Pioneers in ACHA Division II men's ice hockey action. I'm Don Ferlazzo with play-by-play, joined by David Vance, and this is our first ever video webcast here on the Saints Hockey Webcast Network. And Dave, this is an exciting night, isn't it?
It is pretty exciting, Don. You know, we've done a lot of these broadcasts with audio only, and we're just excited to be able to add video for all the fans watching at home. We just hope everything goes smoothly.
Oh, I hope so indeed. It's been a real team effort trying to put this broadcast together, and I'm pretty confident that we've worked out the bugs, but if we haven't, we appreciate you sticking with us anyway. Now, tonight's game is a Super East Collegiate Hockey League matchup, and it's the 20th contest of the season for the Saints. Now, Siena played last night here at home, and they suffered a 5-3 loss at home against Central Connecticut State University. Goal scorers in that game for the Saints were Peter Tosca, Brian Sisti, and Ricky Runyon. But it was Central Connecticut State University's Jack Johnson who broke the 3-3 tie in the second period en route to the 5-3 victory for the Blue Devils. That left Siena with a record of 5 wins, 11 losses, and 2 ties, plus 1 overtime loss, which we'll hear a little bit more about in just a bit. Meanwhile, for WPU, it's their 23rd game of the season tonight. They played last night on the road at NYU, and they suffered a 2-1 overtime loss. Now, Willie P had a 1-0 lead off a first period goal by DJ Sabato in that game, but NYU tied it up in the third and eventually took the game in the extra frame. Now, last night's loss for WPU was only the 5th time this season that Willie P did not come away with a victory. They have a great record at 17 wins, 2 regulation losses, 0 ties, and 3 overtime losses. So no matter what, they're always a tough team to play against. And speaking of tough games against this team, let's turn it over to you, Dave. You can tell us about the last time these two teams met.
Thanks, Don. The last time these two teams met was earlier this season on October 16th, where Siena unfortunately suffered a 4-3 overtime loss to the Pioneers at the Ice Vault Arena in Wayne, New Jersey. Siena was trailing 3-2 late in the third period when Nathan Keller was able to tie it up at about 3:40 remaining in the period to tie the game and send it to overtime. Unfortunately, James Bob of the Pioneers scored his second goal of the game only 36 seconds into overtime in order to win the game for his team. Jordan Houlihan made 29 saves for the Pioneers, while Paul Pizzatola had 39 saves for the Saints in the effort.
Well, it was a great game, and hopefully we have another one in store tonight. Now, speaking of goaltenders, we'll give you the goaltender tandem for each team real quick. Number 1 for the Saints, Paul Pizzatola. He'll get the start again. He started every game this season so far, so he comes in with a record of 5 wins, 10 losses, 2 ties, and 1 overtime loss. Goals against average coming into the weekend, 5.15. Save percentage, .825. Jared Davis, number 31, will be backing up. For WPU, getting the start tonight will be number 1, Jordan Houlihan. He got the victory, as you mentioned, last time these two teams played earlier this season. He comes in with a record of 9-0 with 2 overtime losses and 1 shutout on the season. Also, 2.14 goals against average and a save percentage of .931. Now, backing up for WPU is Gary Schopler. He played last night against NYU, so he'll get the backup duty tonight. Right now, I'd like to tell you that Siena College men's ice hockey is presented live by our friends at Gervin and Ferlazzo PC, attorneys at law. Call 518-462-0300 for a free consultation, or visit them online at gervinlaw.com today. Well, right now, Dave, we are going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to have the drop of the puck and first period action between the Siena College Saints and the Willie P. University Pioneers. All that and more, so stick around right here on the Saints Hockey Webcast Network.